Hello everybody, welcome back. I'm Howlin, and this is another day in Dinkum on our wonderful island group of Gracia. Today, our goal is to continue, trying to reach a goal. We're going to try to get John to stay and help us start our town. On the effort of that, did we have anything to sell? Some poops. We're going to leave the tire here. We don't really have a lot on us to sell, so we're going to pick some stuff up along the way, probably. Maybe. On our goal of trying to start a town, I thought we could spend some time carving out where roads are going to go and kind of where, using our torches, where we want the lighting to be and where the shops will start at. Do some city planning before the city actually gets started. Hopefully that makes sense. Because we know that this is a road. So we're going to collect as many rocks as we can today. It'll be a continual thing. We might even swap once we leave. No, we'll keep up with we'll keep up with this. It's harder, but we're going to do it. Good morning, John. This is a little close for comfort, but you know, here we are. Welcome to John's Goods. How can I help? Well, do you happen to have a job for me? He would love something to eat, so we have to try this again. We'll try. You didn't like my fruit last time. Maybe he will enjoy. Checked. Got a job? 5 old keys. Not for that exorbitant price. Alright, maybe he will like some meat this time. We'll see about getting that to him by the end of the day. Alright, so we're gonna go find ourselves some rocks to destroy. And if I remember right, yep, got lots over here in this patch. We need the rocks to make the brick floor, which is funny that, you know, that's all it takes, but we're doing it. Ugh, that's tiring. These rocks should really be breaking up into more than one stone, but for sale, not for sale, wood. For sale. Okay. Oh, crocodile. So we have to be very careful about him, because right now he's chasing the kangaroo thing. But he could very easily decide that we look like a tasty snack. And we don't really have any tools to deal with him. There we go. Got ourselves some tin. Nope, switch those. Where'd he go? There he is. Okay, mouth open over there in the distance. So we won't be going that direction today. We'll go this way. As you can see, it's not eating as much of our stamina as we do this more and more, which is really nice to see. Let's see, a shiny rock. That'll definitely not be for sale. Okay. We also want to make our way over at some point to figure out our buttons here, brain. To one of these darker green patches. May not be today. It may be in a few days when we actually get a scythe that we can make. But we want to go over there to start trying to get some grass seeds. Because I still think we should make our town have nice dark green grass. Because this is nice and summery. This grass actually does change color. We're in summer, so it looks very dehydrated and dead. But come spring, it does turn a nice shade of green. But it's the only one, though, I've noticed that changes. Tropical grass stays about this color. And this is fir grass, I guess. And it stays this darker green. So we want that in our town over here. But as you can see, it's kind of inefficient to do it this way. One thing at a time, right? So it's bad for our tools and it's bad for us. So we're not going to do it that way. We might plan out some places to put our bridges, though. It just sounds like a hot summer day. We got no music going. We've been gypped of our music. Need that. We're going to sell some of these quartz crystals we pick up as we go. Oh, rocks. We didn't plant any trees at this point in time, but so John wants something to eat. We will have to do that. What do you guys think? I think he's gonna want some meat, maybe. Probably not croc meat. I've only found one person who will eat that. So maybe some of the steak-like things we got. Ooh, we need a new pickaxe. Well, let's not waste what we have left. Instead, let's marker our house so it blinks up there. Was that the kangaroo that made that noise? That was startling. We're gonna go up there, we're gonna grab food before we come back around to John. And then we'll sell John our broken tools. Oh look, that weird creature's over here. Are you friendly? Not a threat. Okay. He's interesting looking. It's like a giant hamster with horns. My pupper is looking at me. Hello, pupper. Mom is busy. Can we do some stuff later? Can I finish what I'm doing? It doesn't take that long, so long as you're not interrupting. She probably just wants ball. Alright. We're almost home. There's home. So we can come here and unping that. Let's see. We're going to sell some of our crystals. That's what we decided. Put our shiny rock away. And we're going to try taking him. We're going to take him a drumstick, I think. Alright. Let's go get a new pickaxe. And hopefully John likes meat, because I don't know what else to get him. But at least we will have tried. This is for you. Hopefully. He likes it! Okay. And we got a bookshelf. Well, we'll put that in our house for now. And look, we got a quarter of a heart. So it took us 2 successful turn-ins, I guess. Sell goods. Okay, a deed is available. So we already got... Did they lower it since I played? Oh, I forgot to... Forgot to sell him what we actually came to sell him. Can you take both of these tools? Because I need new ones. That's fine. So we got about What? One of those was 600, one was 5. It's about half back for nearly broken tools. That's not bad. Thank you. Yes, I need one of these too. Thank you. Alright. Since we're here and we have rocks on us, we're going to make 12 orders of this, which actually makes 96 paths. And this will be 2 wide, remember. Let's see. Okay. Here we go. Oop. We'll have to pick that up. To pick it up, we're just going to pull out a pickaxe and smack. It comes right back to us. So that took about half just to get to that stage. Keep building this up. Oops, we did it again. Okay. Well, that took us just about to where we were talking about starting town. And of course, we dropped one here, which is a little awkward. There we go. We'll just plonk it there. So there we go. We've got our road started. That was one goal we had of today. Oh, what else did we need to do? Our dailies. Dig up 4 pieces of dirt and eat something today. Well, you know, that's fair. I forget to eat in real life. And the game says I haven't been eating enough in-game either. So we want to move this dirt. How do we want to do this? We want space for torches. We don't want any of this to be more than 1 high, I think. Then we're going to move the dirt over here. I think I want to move it off of this. We'll just start putting the dirt over here. We've apparently moved enough dirt. I thought we only moved 2, but and that it wanted 4, but we'll take what we got. I think that having small hills behind what we're doing is okay, but I don't really like the idea of it being like sheer cliff edge right now. Carving your way through the landscape is totally acceptable. I've done it in my single player. I don't know. I think it looks nicer this way. Like this. And we'll place that there. So 1, 2 goes there. 1, 2, it goes there. 2, 1, 2. Nope, not quite there. Pick that one up. 1, 2, 1. And see, then it does this again. 2. So this is what I did in my other one. In my playthrough, except that I have a couple spots that go up 2. And it can work. It certainly can work. I just don't think that that's what I love. That's that side of torches. We are going to put torches on either side because we made the roads too wide and our spaces between are 2, so they will be lined up on the other side, just like that. But for now, there's where our first set of torches goes. Now, we're going to be given a bulletin board later, which can come here. And then we'll put like the recycling bin that we'll get later on that we can build across from it. So I think right here and right here will be for that. Right at the edge of town, if I remember right, that he said that we have a deed to look at. Let's talk about the town. Can I see what deeds we have? So, this is the bulletin board I was talking about. We just discussed. Cost us 10,000 in gold. Now, we could just pay that right back off. It would be easy. This is the other part where I found better success finding out how much it is and waiting until I had either the exact amount or about half, at least, of what was needed to pay off the shop, because you are going to be the primary person paying it off. Now, as you can see, we only have a third. Well, my brain says a third because it's 100, but you see what we have, right? And this is the materials we will need to give some mystery builder who's putting this building in for us that Fletch knows. We never see a builder, but it does just kind of appear one day. Honestly, this is easy to do. We basically have this already, but we want to save up more money. So what I think we're going to do is we're actually going to get that bulletin board early, because we can pay that off, and we're going to pay it off right away. We'll pay it off in You're absolutely right, Fletch, because I'm going to pay it off immediately. And this, I'll show you once we build it too. Building the bulletin board allows Fletch and anybody else who's in town, John will be our only other person at the moment, to give us additional jobs for clothing, for food, for fertilizer, for gold. It varies. You'll see what it is. We're just going to go ahead and give the max and pay it right off. We don't want to be in debt. Now we take this, and I think we're going to have the bulletin board on like the right side, and then put the other thing on this side. Yeah. Can I put grass under this? We'll find out later. Yep, this is where we want it, because it'll be between two torches. Now, as you can see, there's already, somehow... Oh, it's the announcement. Town announcement! Our town now has a bulletin board. Please feel free to leave any reminders, announcements, or requests here for the town to see. So, you'll get a list of up to 4, I believe. And you can also see the calendar dates for each season, important birthdays, and events. So now we got that. We fed John. We did that part of our day. So we're going to go back to collecting rocks, because we need some rocks. Pretty much an endless game of I need rocks for roads. Oh, I'm tired. Let's see. Wild cedar. I am not a tree. There were some seeds over here, actually, now that I think about it. We're also going to start collecting these flowers around. They're free to pick up. You can sell them when you have excess, but you can also plant them. And we're going to use them to help decorate our walkways. And then behind them, we're going to put in the waffle plants. And we might plant trees behind the torches. So it'd be like 2 of the wattle plants, a tree, 2, you know. It's a thing we're thinking about here together. So let's find out if we can put the seeds under the bulletin board. You can. Okay. Good. Well, we're apparently extremely exhausted. All of our vigor from this morning is gone. So we're going to try heading towards the house and find ourselves some food to help alleviate that problem. Also, we have lots of rocks by our house that we could break, as I'm sure someday they will actually be in our way. And we can place our bookshelf made of milk crates that John gave us. Oh, there we go. A scythe is going to make clearing out all of these bushes so much nicer. So let's put our bookshelf in. That'll do for now. Tiny yellow butterfly. Where'd it go? All we saw was a tree there, but it's fine. Tiny yellow butterfly. Did not have one yet. Put it on the moth. Close enough related that it doesn't feel like the worst decision I've ever made. We're gonna be picking up more rocks. Tin bars. Actually, tin bars, copper, eventually iron, up to 3. There we go. And then tin sheets. Okay. Got more regular grass, some tufts, wanting more palm trees. We needed to cook something. So, not cook it, eat it rather. Quest said to eat some food. Now we're going to put this down here in our inventory so we can set that to smelt. So, let's go break some more rocks. I'm going to clear this rock up. We're also going to look to fill in this little hole. Move some dirt around. We're going to want a proper tree farm at some point. At some point, we're going to want actual farms for crops and space for farm animals. We're not quite to either of those steps, any of those steps rather, but these are things that we will want to think about vaguely as we go. So here's the black doggo we discussed. And we've seen the white ones. I don't think there's a tan one. Oh, there is. Here's the tan ones. They're kind of more orange and blend into the... Personally, I don't think I like that one as much, but I'm leaving it up to you guys. So, make sure to leave a comment and let me know what you think our pupper should be. I'm very undecided about the black or the white one personally. Those are my two that I like better, but if the orange one gets picked, the orange one gets picked, and there will be no hard feelings here. Lots of rocks. The grass can stay. Shiny rock goes up there. These guys do provide a lot of food for us, even when they're not tamed, because they will just randomly attack some of the wildlife. I have no complaints. Useful doggos are useful. Okay. I'm just going to make these ones one layer. I don't know if they're necessary for the dogs to spawn or not. I've never cleared out a whole area. So I want to keep them around a little bit. I don't know if it's the bones or if it's the rocks that make the dogs spawn, so. Could be either, realistically. Pick that up. As much as I need some logs, or will need some logs, it's okay not to be picking them up right this minute. We will, as you saw, eventually need them to make enough planks for John's house. Since John has agreed to move in. Poops to sell. Okay. But first we want to finish kind of figuring out where his shop should even go. And getting it outlined. Here are my little palm trees. They got some growing to do. Sorry. There we go. So let's chop down some of these palm trees. Got a decent chunk of stones for now. Let's get some trees. Now, the older the tree is, the more likely you are to get 2 seeds instead of 1. So I do try to leave trees to grow for as long as I can. Get the better return rate on them. And we will, of course, be replanting trees as we go. They will not be gone forever. I like our landscape to be kind of nice. But for now, in just the interest, that's about how many we needed. A fern seed. Oh, I got more palm. Let's plunk this down here. Oh, missed. Alright, I got some trees planted. They'll be growing up. Almost have enough for John's house. Timber! So, Fletch thinks that by doing favors for visitors and spending money at their store, they might be convinced to stay permanently. She's not wrong. We will need to ask Fletch about the town to apply for our shop deed. First, we're going to save up money for that. 76,000 gold is a lot of gold. And we don't want to go in unprepared. So we'll need to collect as many sellable items as we realistically can. So that way we can afford... nope, that's where our shiny rock goes. Not a seed. Alright. We needed 2 tin sheets, so we'll need to do this to 2 of these. Because, again, it's a 1-for-1, and I still think that's a little bit of a ripoff. But we need 2 of them. We will need 12 more nails. So we're going to take some sheets and turn them into nails. 8. There we go. Now we have plenty of nails. And this one that's coming out of this will be our next sheet. Put our seeds away. Tell it to organize our box. Food for eating. Okay. Seems good to me. There are a lot of trees up here. Oh, look. A rock. There's also some tin here, so we'll pick that up too. Another thing we could be selling to John are seashells. I think we'll spend next episode gathering some seashells to sell to John. Because there are so many both in front of where he lives and over by us as far as I can tell. Oops. Ow. Ow. Whew. Alright. Alright. We got our 2 tin sheets, our 16 nails, a lot of the planks we need. We have the logs for the rest of them. I think we needed 50 of these though, so we'll have to get some more gum log. But we're well on our way to building his house in terms of material. And honestly, our gold's not doing too bad even after getting that sign for that. Look at that. That's cool. All right, everybody. I'm going to lay down and call it a day here. See how we did. Is it just me, or is this part really loud? We actually earned a little chunk of money today, despite spending most of that back in tools. And then even more of that in paying off the bulletin board. But thank you so much for hanging out with me and kind of working towards our goals here. It's been a blast, and I'm going to leave it here. So if you're enjoying the series so far, please leave a like, a comment, and even maybe consider subscribing. And if you've got a moment, you want to support the channel more, we have an online shop with all my own designs on different kinds of products, from backpacks to blankets to candles to even just some basic stickers. So you guys should come see what I've done so far and keep an eye on it. It would mean a lot to me if you could. The link will both be on the screen at the end of the video and in the description below to make it easier for everyone. Without further ado, I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye now.